Hello everyone and welcome to the 4 day out video. I apologize that the first couple of clips are filmed in this way. They're not landscape. I was trying to take some videos for an Instagram reel and to send to my coach, and it just works better that way. That's why the angle is weird and I look very tiny. But if you follow through the past couple of days, as you can see, I'm just practicing my posing here in the morning. I look way drier than previous days, and my weight has dropped to 91.7 this morning, which is good. Uh, the reason why I did not do any like face-to-face talking to the camera today is I didn't want things to become really boring because I've been like it's the third day of the same food and the same thing. The only thing that's changed besides my skin routine and my food is my training. So that's the point of this video. I will show you the circuit training that I've been doing to get my body uh, glycogen free and really deplete myself to get ready for the carb load starting tomorrow. You have no idea how insane, insanely happy I am to start eating my oats again and my rice and like just peanut butter. I am having peanut butter at the moment with the washout days, but having like peanut butter and oats again, I can't even remember the last time I had peanut butter with oats. And it's prep that makes you appreciate these things that might seem very typical, and you know you start hating them in the off season, but once you actually start like going for 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks without these things, that's what you crave, and that's why I love bodybuilding so much, because it's a lifestyle, it's 24/7, and it makes you all the time want to progress and not really crave anything that is bad for you. Now, everyone is different. I'm speaking about myself here, so this is just my own personal experience with bodybuilding. I am excited for tomorrow's video to show you the tan and to show you everything that's gonna happen and the food. So tomorrow's gonna be a longer video, but in order to keep the boredom outside the window today, I decided to make this a shorter video than the 30 plus, almost 40-minute videos I've been posting the past couple of days. So I uh, showed these check-ins to my coach, and he was extremely happy. Everything is staying the same so far with supplementation and everything. I will also highlight that you can follow me on Instagram because I will post there a lot of stuff related to the show and backstage, and you can be up to date and know everything beforehand if you're interested. And you can also see a little extra side of myself that I don't really show on social media. So, getting right into the workout here right now, uh, I am doing a workout, 2 sets of 20 reps of all the exercises that you're about to see. So, I start off with a lat pull down. I'm doing 20 reps here of nice and controlled, just your typical, normal, just a little bit wider than shoulder width grip. Uh, 20 reps, no crazy supination, pronation, neutral grip, all that stuff. Just, your normal pull-up handle. And what I'm trying to do here is really, the weight is really light. I know it doesn't look like it because I'm controlling the movement, but the weight is really light. What I'm trying to do is I'm really trying to feel the muscle and imagine that I am contracting the muscle and doing it with a heavy weight, because I don't want to trigger any inflammation. Because if I trigger any inflammation at the moment, A, it's gonna make me hold water, and B, it's gonna kind of delay uh, the carb delivery to the muscle groups with inflammation. And that's scientifically proven that if you break down the muscle so hard, so much, you tend to have a little bit of insulin resistance. And I don't want that. I want to eat and I want the muscle to suck up all these carbs, suck up any excess water, and just shove it straight into the muscle. The second exercise, again, as you can see, just a seated row. Again, 20 reps, nothing crazy. And then I move on to the third exercise, which is a reverse pec deck fly for the rear delts. Now, this is a nice trick that I learned from my coach Vinny Crane. I will also pop his Instagram up there. You can follow him if you're interested in coaching. He's a very nice guy. I'm not saying that because he's my coach, but genuinely, I have never seen a coach treat his athletes the way he treats his athletes. Um, and I learned the way to do this way from him. And basically, what you want to do is you want to drop down the seat, depending on your height, of course. But the goal is to have your hands higher than your shoulders in this fashion. And you will find that you don't have to go back as far, so you're not gonna click your or trigger or fire your traps, but also the tension on the rear delts is going to be constant all the time. Then I move on to seated side delt raises, and here I am just again doing 20 reps with the seated on a chair with quite light dumbbells. If you want to make fun of me because of the weights I'm using in this video, go ahead, make fun of me in the comment section. I'm not gonna really be upset about it. Um, and after that, I moved on to the chest exercises, as you're gonna see in a second. So I started off with one pressing movement, and again 20 reps of pressing the uh, incline machine press. Again, I'm just trying to really squeeze at the top, not really hard to cause any like painful squeezing like I'm trying to grow, but more of like just I'm controlling, I'm really getting a deep stretch at the bottom, I'm really pushing up as far as I can, and I did that for 20 reps. And then I moved on to my favorite chest exercise, the one that you saw me do in one of the other videos, which is the standing incline chest fly. Again, if you missed the last video, this is my favorite chest exercise. I really just, there's something about this exercise that just feels good for me. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own motion or their own exercise for each muscle group that they feel really clicks with them and they can feel the contraction. This seems to be mine. And I got this one watching Brett Wilkins' vlogs, as I mentioned in a previous video. And after that one, I then move on to the arms. And for the arms, again, I just did two exercises for triceps and two exercises for biceps. Um, I started off with a typical um tricep extension, and then I moved on to a kind of kneeling over like a bicep curl with the cable, as you're gonna see in a second. I was trying to replicate a preacher curl. I don't have a preacher curl in this gym. I had to go to the college gym today instead of going to my gym that I like training at, because my gym is a commercial gym. So there was no way I was gonna be able to do a circuit exercise training without having to wait in a queue for every single machine, and then that wouldn't be really a circuit exercise, and it would take me like 9 hours to get through these 9 or 10 exercises. Um, after the curls, I then moved to the tricep one again, and I did overhead tricep extensions with the cables. Again, you're gonna see that in a second there. I'm speaking a little bit quicker than the video. Again, guys, I'm kind of new at all of that stuff, filming, editing. I'm just being myself. I'm learning as I go, and if you want to see this channel grow, I would really appreciate if you can subscribe and like the video. If you feel that I've helped you even with one simple piece of advice through those 20 minutes, it would mean a lot to me to know that I was able to give a good or a decent piece of advice in the thing that I love doing, which is bodybuilding. And after that, as you can see now, I'm doing the tricep overhead extensions, and then I moved back into doing a bicep exercise, which is using a rope. I just did some hammer curls using the rope, as you can see there. Again, all of the reps are 20 reps. Nothing is more, nothing is less. If I had to rate this workout intensity wise, I would say, like, each exercise I did, I probably had like 7 or 8 reps in reserve, if not a little bit less, maybe 5 or 6 reps in reserve. So it's not really intense. It's not intense at all, actually. And I think if I did that exercise, each exercise individually, I would probably have like 10 reps in reserve. After I did one set, so after I went through all of these exercises once, as you saw, I did 3 rounds of posing. Now, there is something really important that I did not mention, which is I decided to go through all this all these exercises and the rounds of posing without drinking any water. Why? Because on stage, I'm not gonna be able to drink water, and I have to pose and flex for 10 to 15 minutes. The circuit took me like 20 minutes to go through, and then it took me like another around 7 minutes to get through, 7 or 8 minutes to get through the 3 rounds of posing. And honestly, this is just me trying to build endurance. I want to step on stage and feel confident and feel so relaxed, and just I want it to be a walk in the park. Now, with the lights and the people and the mental stress of being on stage, that's something different. That's just inevitable. I'm gonna have to deal with that. But what I'm trying to do here is replicate the maximum physical stress I would be exposed to on stage. And to be honest, it wasn't that bad with pulling the cardio back. I'm starting to freshen up and lighten up, and I really do enjoy I'm enjoying seeing everything right now unravel and just unwrap and come together and click slowly towards the day of the show. After the 3 rounds of posing, what I did was I took a sip of water, a couple of sips of water, and I took a 5 minute break. So I had a timer and I took a 5 minute break, and then I did the same exact thing again. So I had my 3 rounds of posing in the morning. I did a set of circuit training, 3 rounds of posing, took a break, and then I did another set of my circuit training, and then I did another 3 sets of posing, and then I did 3 sets of posing at home, practicing my pump up routine like you saw in the previous video, at the 5 day out video that I posted yesterday. So overall, I am 12 sets of 12 rounds of posing, and this is the highest I've had my posing. And I don't think I will go any higher because I don't really need to. I just feel like now it's just all about doing the same thing and resting. And slowly towards the end of the prep, and as we get closer to the show, so Friday and Saturday, I will slowly start pulling back on the posing rounds to allow myself to rest even more and be less fatigued. And I will show you all of that, and I will have more energy to practice my posing routine, which is also something that I haven't really emphasized or put a lot of effort in, if I have to be completely honest with myself. But again, it's not, as I said in the previous video, it's supposed to be natural. You're supposed to get up there and have fun, and it's not judged. What's gonna be judged is what I'm doing right now. I have to really dial in these poses. I had a problem with flexing my hamstrings and glutes, as you saw in most of, or as you can see in most of my videos and my physique checks and updates. I always have this issue of being unable to flex my glutes and hamstrings. So that's why in the pump up routine, as you saw in the previous video, if you haven't seen it, I will link it there in the video and you can go watch it. Um, you saw me, I did like a couple of reps, 20 reps to be exact, of uh, just isometric hamstring and glute bridges, which just helps me find those fibers so that when I'm on stage, I just remember because it's so close. Backstage, when I step on stage, I can like use my short-term memory and just remember quickly how it is, and it can click with me without a lot of effort. And that's it, everyone. That is today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very excited to show you everything tomorrow. Stay tuned. Please subscribe again. Follow me on Instagram. Follow my coach on Instagram. Watch the previous videos I posted. And one more thing that I forgot to mention is I did 20 not 20, 15 minutes of cardio post all of this. I just did a walk on the treadmill for at speed 3.5 at 0% incline. And the reason I did that is because I didn't want to have any pooling of fluid after all of that circuit training, because when you do a kind of endurance type of training, you there is a possibility or there is a chance that you can get like some pooling of fluid outside the muscle. So I wanted to disperse that and help get rid of that.